The Jim and Terry Show still at it in the Hobbit Hole studio. Jim's got pancakes in his belly.
You know what? I'm sick and tired of this pansy stuff. Being polite, being kind, never mind that crap.
I was going to play it off of the previous podcast, which was New Zealand saying they've got fire in their bellies from the drone scandal with Canada. You've got pancakes in your belly, but you've also got something else. You're sounding like Alex Jones.
Yeah.
But we're really going to talk about this guy.
Sort of the same attitude in a calmer way. The whole idea about somehow it's American now to be nasty and rude, and they're joking and laughing about the fact that a lot of the school kids now are bringing back words like retarded and stuff like that. And you can hear them laughing on the show. Isn't this great? Isn't this wonderful? No, it's not. You don't have to buy into the woke stuff to realize politeness and kindness is a good thing. I don't get it.
Let's go back to, I did see this one, so I'm going to start with it because we're going back in time to define the word woke. And I said, if I could define the word woke, it would be just aware. Just be aware of injustices where people are being pushed down instead of being lifted up and supported. That's the definition of woke. Be aware. And its origins were in the black community, to be aware of where they were being oppressed and put down. And I sort of get that. I get the walking to the bridge. I get Montgomery, Alabama. I get all of that stuff. And that's where woke means be aware of stuff that is dangerous out there for people. But now woke has come to mean just about anything that is overly left-leaning, progressive silliness, I guess is what Rogan...
I think part of it is, as calmly as I can say it, is the left and their desires and wants have pulled that as to the extreme very, very quickly, to encompassing just about everything, and not everybody agrees with each other. And I think there was a time in life we could disagree. At least I think there was, without everybody getting so mad and want to kill one another.
I think it's at that time exists in our imagination, Jim.
Yeah, like I wouldn't consider myself woke or progressive at all.
No, you're regressive in many ways, my friend.
Well, sure.
You like to roll back the clock to leave it to Beaver and Father Knows Best.
No, I don't necessarily want that either. But I'm not woke and I'm not progressive. There's limits.
Using even the definition I just gave you of being aware of injustice.
Well, yeah, but I think that's that's what you want. But it is almost a condescending word to the people on the right that you're just too stupid to realize what's right in life. I think so. I think that's part of it. And I don't think they're too stupid. I think there's an extreme right, and then there's a middle right. And the extreme right have simply taken over. A perfect example, the Republican Party is not the Republican Party. Yeah. It's Trump's party. Yes. It's a cult. That's what it is. It's just plain as can be. Everybody's kissing the ring. Everybody's bowing down to this guy who basically acts like a bully, like a mob boss, like a jerk.
He's a criminal.
Or the highway.
He is a criminal, an adjudicated rapist, and you're still going to vote for him. Yeah. There's a big problem with that.
Yeah, I agree.
But you said Trump just came from a rally where he said much the same kinds of stuff.
Oh yeah, the softness is completely gone.
There was no softness.
Well, there was briefly.
Really? Was it in the first 5 minutes?
No, when he was holding his grandkid on his lap in the stands. Once he started talking, after 10 minutes, he started morphing into the same old Trump. He's calling Crooked Joe. Trump, you're crooked.
Yeah.
All of this stuff. Everything that Trump accuses someone else of is really basically him. It is a basic symptom of some form of mental problem. Yeah. And he's got it, and he's got it big. He can't even control himself. The thing that bothers me is the followers, not him. He's nuts, in my opinion. That's fine. It's his followers who are saying, I would rather have an unstable, someone who's going to dismantle everything that the country was built on. I'd rather have that and keep my job and my position than say we need another party. And they blew that. They should have just formed another party.
Yeah, you've always argued for a third party in America.
Well, third party, but even say, let's pull out of this party, and we'll call our party the
right.
the conservative.
Let Trump
let Trump have his Trump party. Yeah,
right.
and just say we're going to keep our party. They should have got rid of him when they could have, and they. I don't know the power this guy has, but he's got a lot of power.
The power was in Mitch McConnell's hands during the impeachment. If you were impeached and you're convicted in the Senate, you can be impeached in the Congress. You have to be convicted in the Senate, and McConnell would not do that.
There you go.
Yeah, so I do blame Moscow Mitch for that. Trump yesterday said in a speech that he was going to get rid of all his generals, and he's going to replace them with, now let me get this straight. I was going to say stock car racers, and I don't think he said baseball players, or no, I think he said coaches, football coaches. So stock car
he
racers.
must really like Jim Jordan. Is that it?
I don't know what he's thinking when he says that, but to say you're gonna fire all your generals and replace them with coaches, like
Excuse me.
bless you, Tommy Tuberville.
Get rid of the jackets. Get rid of the jackets, all of them. All the jackets gotta go.
Okay, so that's Trump. We were on Joe Rogan to start with, and I think you can tell by the expression in this Joe Rogan short that he's pretty much in that camp of the,
the bully. They're bringing back strong.
Yeah.
And I wasn't the nicest guy in public school, and I regret that.
But did you name call?
Oh, probably. I don't know, but I
Well,
was a kid, for
most
Pete's
kids,
sakes.
yeah.
I mean, these are men.
Yeah.
And they're applauding behavior that crushes the weaker person
Yes.
for the sake of the stronger. And they're all becoming like that and laughing about it. Trump announcing in his last function, I'm going to be nasty. Is it okay if I be nasty? And everybody applauds. Everybody stands up. Yay, be rotten.
Right.
What kind of country are you wanting? And it is, man. Kiss the ring or your head comes off.
Yep. Now, part of this whole thing of anti-woke is DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, which is, looking for ways to help people spread out accessibility to higher education, spread out accessibility to jobs, and you want it to be on the merit basis. You get where you are because of merit. And woke says, well, not everybody has access to merit. They have to be helped
It
along
depends
to
on the
get there.
job, Terry, if you want to know the truth. If Kamala became vice president because she's a black woman, then I got a problem. I don't believe she did. If she gets the job at a post office or something, I'm fine. I can understand we need equal opportunities for everybody. I will also point out that the majority of the people in the United States are happen to be white, and then second is Hispanic, and then third is black. So it only makes sense to me that the majority of whites, there would be a lot more whites visible in a job than blacks, say. That only makes sense to me. So, and I do believe that the DYI or whatever it is, DEI?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Yeah, I do believe that exists in a lot of things. And I do believe they even think about how this is going to look if you're running for president. To do that and not take into consideration the qualifications of the person is wrong. But if the qualifications are all there to do it, and that's going to help you win over a certain group of people you want, I don't see any problem with being smart in designating who you want. I don't want a vice president who's there just because she's a black woman. And I don't believe Kamala is that.
No, so if we go to qualifications, J.D. Vance has less than 2 years' experience as an elected official.
Well,
before that, he's in business. Sounds a lot like Trump, who has zero government experience.
Well, they're already saying it might have been the biggest mistake that Trump has made.
I can believe it.
And I watched the movie, by the way.
The Hillbilly Elegy?
I did.
Okay. I've only read snippets of the book, and I have not seen the movie. So maybe I should do that. Would you recommend it?
No, it was
Does it
just
give me
it's
insight?
just a movie.
Just a movie,
It doesn't
okay.
even go into the politics. It's just about how
Yeah.
it
Appalachia.
just takes him up to the getting into Yale or passing Yale, whatever.
Right.
And I guess it's a cute movie. You know, it's fine.
Okay.
It's done by Ron Howard. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
well,
Ron
that's
Howard, I don't think there was any political
would-
connection in it
No, he
at
would
the time
he
because I
would-
don't think he would do that.
That's a good director, Ron Howard.
Yeah.
Okay, so DEI is the latest calling card of the Republican Party against Kamala Harris and her VP ship, and moving on to take up the mantle. I think she's got all that she needs to become the accredited nominee from the
Oh,
Democratic
she's got
Party.
all that she needs.
She's got all the
Yeah,
votes.
she had it within 37 hours or something.
Yeah, and over 100 million within 24.
She broke the records as far as raising money. The other thing is just to point out to people that might get a little mad, Trump's saying she's incompetent, et cetera, et cetera. She has way more competence than J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance has to yet prove himself. She proved herself. She went up through the ranks. She was a prosecutor, and you know the whole story
Yeah.
behind all that. And a senator? Was she a senator or a
Yes, Senator.
senator? So she's come up the ranks.
She was she was the Attorney General for the state of California.
well, there you go.
first, before she was a lawyer, prosecutor for the Attorney General's district. What do they call it? Department of Justice for the state of California. Then AG for the Attorney General for the state of California. Now a
and
senator
ran for president.
and ran for president in the 2020 cycle.
She ran for president. So
Yes.
she worked her way up there. And J.D. Vance has not proven himself into that.
No, he's got zero experience, zero credibility at this point. But so did Trump in 2016.
Well, point.
Point taken.
What?
I rest my case.
Don't forget it was Trump, who just recently said he didn't even really know what NATO was.
Right. Right. There are so many. I wish we could go back and change something here. Yeah, Trump said an awful lot of stuff that makes no sense at all. J.D. Vance is in the same ilk. If you want to see what somebody said, with J.D. Vance as the VP candidate, and if Trump wins, we're one heartbeat away from autocracy.
Well, probably. Or
Vance
maybe.
is worse than Trump.
Yeah. Well, apparently. But, I mean, he probably never thought he'd be in this position at this particular
Be
time.
careful what you write and what you say, because it will come back to bite you in the posterior. And that's where we'll leave this one. Bye-bye for now.
That's not how you say the word pastor.